Okay, so this is my video about um, London Gay Pride that I went to on the weekend. Sorry I look like shit right now. I've just like recovered from being totally fucking ill, stomach bug, and I think so. I don't know all that shit. And I just got better today. But so basically, London Pride was on Saturday. Um, I stayed down there with my friend's girlfriend, and oh my god, this day was fucking crazy. Basically, it started out, we got to London, had no idea where I was, blah blah blah. Finally met with my friends. Then, we was trying to find the parade, could not find that for shit. Could not find that fucking parade for shit. So we spent about 2 hours walking around, picked up these people that we met on the way. Um, One boy, gay boy, we obviously knew they were going to gay pride because they were kind of, well, he had a bright pink afro. So I was like, he's got to be going to gay pride. So, picked him up, met them, Matt and Becky. They were fucking awesome. Hung out with them for like all day. Finally, we found a parade after running around London for like 2 hours. Getting on like loads of buses and all that shit. I have never been to London on my own in my life, and I did it. So yeah, finally found the parade, and that parade was so crazy. I mean, I have to say, all the queens. Oh, my favourite thing though was the cock balloons. These balloons were amazing. I have to post a picture of these on my Tumblr, but literally these cock balloons, they had like a smiley face, bow tie, and it had like hairy balls. I was just like, why can't I have one of those balloons? I would die to have one of those balloons. So anyway, by this time, I was on the alcohol already, as usual, and it was actually Matt's birthday, and he went into Tesco and bought his first bottle of vodka, as an 18th, whatever it is, as you can in England. So anyway, then we were dancing around a parade. I was just high-fiving every queen I could find, as usual. And there's some religious, I know, you know what I mean, the Christians. And she was handing out this leaflet, and it was basically saying that we were going to die and go to hell and sin, all that shit. So we just, took a leaflet, read it, and we were just like, holy shit, this is disgusting to hand out at a gay pride. You do not down on gay people like that. So anyway, we got her booklet, and we got a lighter, and we just burnt it in front of her face, and just like, no, just piss off, kind of thing. So anyway, we carried on skipping around as usual. I was prancing around like a twat, and I I was hungry by this time. So in my the only thing I had in my bag was French fries. I don't know if any of you know these crisps. I don't know, but they're the only thing I had, and I was just going around in my state going, anyone want a French fry? Anyone want a French fry? Finally, like, tried to convince anyone to eat my French fries, and they did. And anyone who did, I was just like, I love you, baby. I just love you. So yeah, did that. I've got like a whole list of things I have to try and remember here because this day was so long. Then we finally got to. Oh no, hang on, I missed it a bit. But Blue was on one of the floats, the band Blue, and I was just like, holy shit, Blue. I know I'm not a fan of Blue or anything, but it was funny. So yeah, they were on the float dancing around, and finally I saw this queen. I'm gonna say she, whatever they like to refer to, she, he. Anyway, they were lovely, and he was so much taller than me, so much. There's a picture of it I actually posted on my Tumblr today, and I'm giving him a high five, and I'm just like a total midget. He must have been about 6 foot something, and I'm about 5 foot. But it's an awesome photo. And I'm running out of thing here. This is what happens when you've been ill. Just recovered today. Kill me now. So anyway, I keep saying so anyway. I'm gonna get really annoying in a minute. So I was going around. Finally got to the Trafalgar Square main stage thing, and I was just going around giving everyone waving this rainbow flag, going "Gay Pride, woo!" You know how it is. And basically, I wanted to get my way to the front, as I usually do. So I just had this little ploy of giving everyone a kiss on the cheek, going "Gay Pride," and they just I don't know. I just found my way to the front. So I got to the front. I was partying with these random kids and just having a good day. It was such a good day, But by this time, I was obviously gone, but all for the right reasons. So anyway, did it again. So anyway, then I got to think what I did next. What did I do next? So anyway, I had the party in Trafalgar Square. Wow. We then had to go back somewhere, well, it was to my friend's girlfriend's like uni, so they could get ready to go out to go clubbing with us. So, but I was with Matt and Becky and them two, and we didn't. Well, I was desperate for the toilet, and we was in a tube station. I really did not want to pay 30p to use the toilet, so I kind of pretended I was a retard. When I say a retard, I mean like proper. And so it actually worked. They actually opened up the disabled toilet for me, right? And let me use it because they actually thought I was actually retarded. And Matt was my half brother, you know, looking after me. They actually fell for it. So we thought we were going to see how far we could stretch this out. So I didn't want to pay for the tube ride. So I carried on this act for at least another hour or two, non-stop. And I managed to save £8 by pretending I was Matt's mentally challenged little sister and not paying for one single ticket, getting on the tube. And people were actually even on the tube, they were going, does she want a seat? Does she want a seat? And I was just there like, I can't believe it, but it was so fucking funny. I can't believe people fall for that shit. But I know it's bad, but I was drunk and it was saved me money, so I don't care. Then next, finally, God, this is such a long day. I'm going to use up all my time in a minute. So eventually, we got the bus and whatever back into town, went to the nearest gay club we could find, and by this time, my friend and her girlfriend had pissed off somewhere, I don't even know, and I was just left with Matt, because Becky had gone home. And basically, we went to this club, and we matched up with these group of like really camp gay guys, and we were there for just having a few drinks, and we were just like, hey, let's go to GAY, the big gay club in London. And so the quickest way we could get there was those little those like, I know, Asian men who ride around on the bicycles with a big carriage on the back. We were just like, let's get one of those. So we got on one, and we were all drunk by this time. There was like 5 of us in this 3-seater thing, so we had to lap everyone basically. And we didn't know this guy's name, but he looked like a Pablo, so I started calling him Pablo. Like, come on, Pablo, ride faster, Pablo. And he was, bless his little heart, he was riding as hard as he can with like 4 big blokes in the back, and me. And so, poor guy, you could see he was straining. So anyway, we got there in the end, paid Pablo for his services, and went to GAY. Then Matt couldn't get in because he didn't have enough money, but by this time I just kind of ran off when I was drunk. Had my medication taken off me because I wasn't allowed to take that shit in there. So, and I forgot that today, and that's partly why I've been so ill as well. So, I was in there for a while, and as usual, I got a bit drunk, ended up on the stage, dancing with the faggots, like I do every time. Have no interest in any of the girls in the gay clubs, to be honest. Never, really. So I just dance with any faggot who wants to dance with me. And then I ended up dancing in my underwear on stage because I got carried away. But it was funny as shit. I'm telling you right now, it's funny as shit. So I did that, got kicked off the stage after a while. Then Adele came on and started performing, and I was like, holy shit, I don't want to listen to this whiny bitch. So I went out then, went home. Well, tried to find my way back home. Took this bus trip, talking to these random lesbians on there. Have no idea who they were to this day, but finally got there on my own. Found Vicky, whose uni room I was staying in. Do you know what? That sleeping bag she gave me actually made the floor feel comfy. I actually got enough sleep. So anyway, this is a long ass fucking video. I'm really sorry about that, but deal. This is a long ass story. So yeah, then I woke up next morning absolutely covered in dirt. I don't know what I was doing. I have no idea. But I was covered in blood. I was covered in mud. I was covered in like black stuff on my trousers. Like, I don't know if this is tar, but it looked like tar. And what else? I was covered in face paint pen, which looked like lipstick. I don't know. But yeah, I was just covered in everything. And I stank like booze. And, it was disgusting. And then basically, I had to get a bus home from London. 3-hour bus, and I wasn't feeling that bad hungover, but halfway on the bus journey I started to feel like really sick, so like ill sick. So basically I went on, it was a coach, so there was a toilet, so after a while I woke up on the bus. I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to run to the toilet and be sick. But no, I wasn't sick. I went, I sat in that coach toilet probably for about 45 minutes, fell asleep. No word for lie. I was like sweating hot where I was feeling really ill. So I actually sat in this coach toilet in my underwear, took off my clothes, and like drooled on the side because I was so feeling so ill for a good 45 minutes. Then eventually felt good enough to come out and sit down. So eventually I did that, and I was still feeling ill. And eventually I got back to Gloucester, and I literally launched off that bus and threw up in the middle of the street. Worst time of my life. Had to hang around, managed to like hang around for like a couple of hours to wait for my next train to go home. Ate a Subway and drank 3 energy drinks because I was so parched. And then, oh, my throat was so sore after that. I'm going to tell you right now. That bitch is no good. So yeah, eventually got home and was ill all day, like not even hungover ill now. It was like, I don't know what it was. But I've only just started feeling better, to be honest, after throwing my guts up all day. So anyway, I think there's probably more to this story, but that's all I can think of right now. I need to go back to London, party again, because that was just amazing. And I apologise to anyone if thinks my behaviour is inappropriate, like, you know, dancing in my underwear and I think I'll get over it, you know. People seem to be having a good enough time with it. I don't care. But I have no shame. No shame at all. So yeah, that pretty much sums up most of the night. I'll probably think of something else, which I totally forgot, which is quite relevant, but for now that'll do. That'll do. Goodbye.